Hey, this is JD and welcome to my channel. Today I'm just going to give you a quick look again at this beautiful Citizen Aqualand watch. So let me just take the strap off. I'm telling you, taking the strap off is a tough job. It doesn't want to come off because of these two buckles here. They seem to get stuck on the tip of that strap. And I'm not sure if this is a design flaw or just me unable to do it, but I'm telling you, it's tough as hell. You got to use your thumb and your finger to get that thing off. Not the best thing, but hell of a thick strap. Look at the size of that rubber strap. That is not going anywhere. And it is got pretty good solid pins in there as well. So very solid strap. And I do like the straps that have the square holes here instead of the round ones, because they're less likely to rip. So what I wanted to do is tell you very quickly that when I was looking at this watch, the function hand, right, and the function hand on the watch is, let me get this the right way up here. That's the hand you see right there on the tip of my finger, the little red hand there. And that function hand, when it moved to the top position, I'll just see if I can move this up by keeping my finger over the top of it. Is that going to move it? Because there is a water detection. It does move it. So when it was at the top, it wasn't quite at that top indices, which really pissed me off. It's like, what am I going to do to get that at the top indices? I'm not sure if you can see that, but I just put my finger over the moisture detection device that's on the watch, and hopefully there it was. So now it is pointing exactly at 0. So this little function hand actually in this watch, I described this earlier, it actually tells you how much power there is remaining. Right now it's at L2, which is the fully powered position. I get a lot of reflection going on here. I'm sorry about that. And when you want to make sure that it's in a top position, let's say you have got to put it in chronograph mode, and you unscrew these right here on the side like that. And this one is already unscrewed, I think. Yeah, it is. And you hold that down, and then you let go, and it actually has to go around a few times before it sets in chronograph mode. And I'm not sure why it has to walk back, but it does that. And then you press the top button here, and away it goes. So now it's counting down in chronograph mode. And when you stop it from chronograph mode like this, then you hit reset like that. And if you check the function hand and the 0 position here, if they're not right on the money and absolutely 12 o'clock high with the function hand, what you do is unscrew this like that. You pull it out one click, and then you press these buttons, both the buttons down, for 2 seconds. And then it goes into a setting mode. And then you either push the top button to go clockwise and the bottom button to go counterclockwise to realign that hand. And it'll actually just move the hand slightly. It'll realign it to the 0 position. And then when you push the crown back in, the function hand will actually go to the symbol that says NG. And that's in a time mode. That NG symbol is actually telling you that you've got no power left. So you better not go diving with it. In the mode where you just set it and it goes back to NG, it needs exactly 1 hour, like exactly 1 hour before it goes back to the time mode, and then tells you how much power you've got left. So if it'll just stay in NG for an hour. The watch will function, but it will stay in NG for exactly 1 hour. So that's how that works. I don't think I'm in any mode right now. Let me have a quick look at that. Yeah, I'm still in the chronograph mode. If I were to press that again, it would start ticking in the chronograph mode. And it's not an exceptionally accurate chronograph. It's just counting 1 second at a time. So there you go. And if I hold that down, it has to walk this back. You'll see it walk it back because that tiny subdial, if you look at that, it's going to go riding back into the out of the blue band there, and that's sets itself into the time mode. So it has to actually walk back from 0 into this blue band. And now it's telling me that I've got full power here because it says L2 with my finger there. It says the function is pointing at L2. The subdial is ticking down the seconds, and it's all good. So that's how you set it. So it's zeroed at the top. So a little bit of a hint. Beautiful watch. It is a dive watch. It's a little bit thick, but when you put it on your wrist, it actually sits really well. You don't even know it's there. This is the water sensor or moisture sensor, and this is the actual depth sensor. So there's some kind of a device in there, some bladder or something in there that detects pressure. So I couldn't tell you how that thing is designed, but it's pretty cool. And it will detect pressure down to 50 meters. So it'll start at the top here and it'll work its way all the way around until it hits 50 meters. If you're diving down at 50 meters, you've got to do depth stops anyway. So I don't recommend that. If you go down 60 feet for 60 minutes, there's no depth stops. And when you're diving, when you're coming up from the bottom, you go up as fast as the slowest bubble. So you let some bubbles out of your regulator, and then you start going up with that small bubble. So the smallest bubble, you rise up with the smallest bubble, and it'll be the slowest bubble going up. So, and that way you don't get nitrogen narcosis, which is called the bends. So that's a good tip for you for scuba diving. 60 minutes for 60 feet. And you don't have to worry about depth stops or doing any calculations. This is not a dive computer, but it is a very, very good dive watch. And as I showed you before, it's got these actually, there we go. They're black PVC coated or something, PVC coated little nuts or whatever you want to call it on the plungers here, and that when you do that, it tightens the seal for the plunger itself. And then this is a screw down crown. So beautiful dive watch, nice watch. I have way too many watches, but this is yet another one, and that's 120 click bezel. The bezel is the stainless steel bezel. The bezel is actually in two pieces. You can see this part here, the bezel, but if you see right on the inside there, there's a piece of probably stainless steel on the inside. So, and that's probably the part that's hitting the small ball in there, that when you click it feels like it's got two, because a lot of Seiko watches have two balls for actually the click balls on the Seiko watch. This click ball Seiko watch is the exact same size as a ball for a ballpoint pen. In fact, I am a watchmaker, and I have used ballpoint pen balls because it's just a steel ball to replace the ball on one of these, because it's usually a ball. It's sitting on a spring that's embedded into the case, and then you put that ball in the spring, and then you embed it, and then you snap the bezel back on, and it's good to go. This is not a ceramic bezel. This is aluminum, and then this is stainless steel here, right? So, and the glass is not Hardlex like Seiko's glass. It is a, what's the name of that crystal? The best type you can get, sapphire. It's sapphire crystal, which is incredibly hard. It's a flat sapphire crystal, and I don't think there's any reflective coating on this thing. I think it's just a flat sapphire crystal. So it's a pretty cool watch. It weighs a lot. It's a monster. So I think they call it not the monster, they call it the beast. It's called the beast. Anyway, that's the watch. Just a little note about my watchmaking videos. I figure I got to cover this on my neck here. Hang on. There we go. Done. So I figure in about 3 weeks, I'm going to start working on a Rolex that I have right now that I've got to repair. I'm also going to start working on a 7550 chronometer that I'm repairing for a friend that's just not working. So I'll start on those two watches. I think I've also got a gentleman that has a clock with a very small escapement, and I believe he wants me to do some work with respect to one of the pivots. So maybe repivoting that on my lathe, and then the work will pile up. So again, if you've got any pocket watch work that you want me to do, get a hold of me at jdwatchservice@gmail.com, jdwatchservice@gmail.com, and I'll go back and forth with you on that. So a little tough for me to do American pocket watches because of the shipping costs, and I've got to prove to the border dudes that this watch is not something I've bought. It's something I'm going to repair. I owe Andy back his watch if he's watching right now. My evil plan, even though he wants to pay me a lot of money, is to charge them for shipping only, because I've had this watch a long time and I couldn't replace the top crystal. It was a Hunter watch with a snap-on lid on the top, and I couldn't replace the crystal because it wasn't circular. It was oblong, slightly oblong, and I just cannot figure out how that watch got in that position. I did do a lot of work on the movement. I actually got a sacrifice balance cock for it. And I bought a sacrifice movement and traded the balance cock for it because the one that was in his watch was in terrible condition. Plus I replaced, I think, a jewel, one of the jewels, plus I pushed the actual movement. So it looks great and it works great. But I had it for way too long, and I like people to be happy, so he'll be happy. All he did was pay for shipping. So he'll go, holy crap, I got my watch back. It does work, and it does have a cover on it. So if you can't get the glass replaced, it would have to be custom cut, and I don't do that. So that's so anyway, it's all going to start again in about 3 weeks. I'm a very busy man at work. I just tried to catch fish just now successfully, although I had a pike right next to the lure, and he bit at it and didn't take it. I was like, darn, I haven't got a fish this weekend. So, and right now I'm at my cottage, and it's closing down really soon, so I'll be right back to watch repair and I'll be videotaping the watch repair. So any tips I can give you folks out there in watch repair land, I'll give you. I bought these Bose Quiet Comfort 2 earbuds. They're really expensive. They're like $425 with tax Canadian, but they are so good when you put them in quiet mode. It just kills everything. Bose knows how to do this. The sound quality is amazing. I highly recommend them. And they've got a little tiny ear ring, that kind of an ear lip that helps you keep these in place. They've redesigned it, so the Bose engineers are doing a great job. So I use those now for when I want to complete quiet, when I want to do some writing. Anyway, that's the video for today. So I want to give a shout out to Jody if he's watching this video. And Jody is on Just One More Watch. I think he's from Australia, and he's like, hello, I'm Jody. Just one more watch. Anyway, he's quite an exciting guy to watch, and he made a video about this particular watch. It's much better than the one I just made or just told you the tip I had here, but he made a very professional video about this watch. And I saw the video, and damn it, I bought the watch the same day, only because of his video. So shout out to Jody out there on Just One More Watch. Thanks for doing watch reviews. If you need any advice with respect to watchmaking, get a hold of me. If you need to know how to make a pivot on a lathe, or make a balance staff on a lathe, or if you know how to true a balance, I can tell you all that stuff. But if you want to know what watch companies make what watches, talk to Jody. Go see Just One More Watch. It's a great channel. And thanks a lot. Hopefully he's watching this, and he can give me a shout out back. So I'm JD. Thanks for watching my channel, and I'll catch you on the flip flop. Ecker Becker Terminator to Roger Buck's dog. Walker back. 3s and 6s upon you. Good buddy, and I'll see you next time.